All right, we got some. Or I got some Duskmourn cards. Um, Ghost Vacuum. I'm pretty excited by. Basically, it's repeatable graveyard hate. Yes, that does exist, but it doesn't exist at 2 mana. Sorry, it only exists at 2 mana. Repeatable graveyard hate, aside from like bad ones like Relic of Progenitus or Scrabblings, Claws, or Phyrexian Furnace. Those ones all have the advantage though that they draw. Ghost Vacuum doesn't have that. But this is the first time I'm feeling like there's a one drop repeatable graveyard hate that's decent. It provides a backup win con, which Agatha Soul Cauldron also did. A lot of matchups or a lot of decks, anyone that plays like a main deck Emrakul or something, we're not going to be able to mill them out. It's like trying to assemble a 3 card combo. The chances of that happening, low. Possible, but very low. Because you need a Soul Guide Lantern, you need Grindstone, and Painter, so that with the Emrakul trigger on the stack, you can use Soul Guide Lantern to exile their graveyard, so that their library stays empty. Nothing gets shuffled back in. Ghost Vacuum doesn't have the ability to wipe out a graveyard all in one go, but it can come down turn one and then just peck away. So it's really good against the Goyfs, like Necrogoyf, even Barogoyf, that I've been having issues with. But it also, in taking out Agatha Soul Cauldron, I'm losing that win con, the Phyrexian Devourer combo with Agatha. But this provides a different win con, which seems doable. This deck makes has a lot of soul lands, and it's even got some fast mana. Generates treasures off of the Fable Shaman token. So I could see getting up to 6 and sacking this after exiling. I don't know, if I'm playing the Froginator deck, I might have exiled an Archon, a Frog, my own Chaos Defiler, a Welder, who cares? And then once I activate this and put in the Welder, the Frog, the Archon, the Defiler, they're all 1/1s, but they're still themselves. And yeah, decent. So if I weld away the Chaos Defiler, it goes to my graveyard, I might weld it back in later, and it's back to being a 5/4. So I like the idea of having 2 ghost vacuums. One took the place of the soul call of the existing Soul Guide Lantern, or now Spellbomb when I was on black, and then the other one took the place of Agatha Soul Cauldron, um, which I had been experimenting with 1 and 2 in the main. So technically, main deck, I'm down 1 piece of graveyard hate, but that allowed me to squeeze in an ensnaring bridge. I also took out Broadside Bombardiers, which I love that card. Painter Shell doesn't fully utilize it. You don't have to fully utilize it for Bombardiers to still just be a very good card. Because, I mean, we still make tokens off of the Shaman attacking or sacking the Shaman itself, or an excessive bobble, or whatever, a construct token, or a Chaos Defiler for 7. Whatever it is, Bombardiers is still good. We don't fully utilize it, but now that I'm off of Agatha Soul Cauldron, I can't be putting Bombardier's activated ability onto my other creatures, which I kind of liked, and that was sort of my reason for putting in Bombardiers. So I cut Bombardiers, added in Ensnaring Bridge just to help with the big creatures, the Goyfs, the Archons, the Eldrazi, and the 2020s. Because main deck previously I had nothing for a Merit Lage. Also, this helps with Dreadnought, which I've been kind of struggling against lately, despite all these blue blasts and Dreadnought being a blue deck. Anyways, just basically anytime there's a creature that's bigger than Lightning Bolt that lands, it's difficult for the deck to deal with. So yeah, brought back in Bridge. And I'm excited by Ghost Vacuum. I bought 4 in paper. And then the other Duskmourn card that I'm excited about for this deck, there's like a weird clown puppet that adopts the activated abilities of everything else you have. But I don't have that. I'm more excited by Untimely Malfunction. Destroy artifacts. I like having that effect. Sometimes Painter doesn't have enough of that. And then it's got a misdirection. Its second mode is a misdirection that can even hit activated abilities. So if I'm getting hit with a Grindstone, I can Untimely Malfunction it back to that Painter player or whatever. I definitely have to watch out for it as a Grindstoner. Getting Untimely Malfunctioned would be brutal. So yeah, you could hit a wasteland. I've already done that where someone tried to wasteland me and I sent the wasteland back at them. This third mode almost will never get used. I could see instances where it gets used. We're kind of down to the wire, both at a low life total, and whoever could just swing in for 4 or whatever would get there, and I shut down 2 of their blockers. I could see that actually coming up. But yeah, by trimming that Ensnaring Bridge from the side, I was able to squeeze in the 4th Magus. Like I said, Eldrazi is a good matchup, but it's not a gimme. So having a little more help is nice. In fact, this maybe should be a Damping Sphere. I'll leave it for now, but it could be a Damping Sphere because that also helps against Storm. Yes, we have the Karn's main and the Vexing Baubles main and the Disruptor Flute, but I could see Damping Sphere being relevant. Damping Sphere stops 6 of our lands, though. So, bit of a concern. But yeah, let's try this in a league. Okay, this hand is a 1-lander. It does have 2 1-land plays, but too risky. I string together too many draws without finding a land at that. Okay, keep, and we get to test out Ghost Vacuum right away. I'm excited for that. Okay, they might even be Froginator, where Ghost Vacuum shines. Being a little bit afraid of Daze, I'm tempted to just play it off of this Soul Land. They have Force, they have Force. I can't stop it, but at least I can play around Daze here. I'm imagining there's going to be a little bit of a pause here. Nope, okay, whatever. And I'll shove this Grindstone into Daze, even though Undercity Sewers really is a nice thing to pick up with Daze. All good. Get the most out of my 2 life that I've lost for Ancient Tomb. All good. Yeah, I really hope. This could also just be Doomsday where Ghost Vacuum is dead. So, just in case I have to worry about their Delirium, I'm going to start with their Sorcery. I'm starting to think that they're definitely not Froginator, and they're more likely Doomsday. Unlikely for Froginator creature deck and Tomb Reanimate deck to have 0 such plays in the first 2 turns. That's just rare. I don't have much to do, so play this out. I could arguably decide to hold up Bolt. That's arguably better, I mean, in case of Tamiya. But not really doing much else. The game is kind of at a stall, and that's fine with me, so I'll take the initiative by playing Saga. Okay, here's something I can exile. One interesting thing about Ghost Vacuum's like ultimate, that 6 mana ability, is so it doesn't create tokens of the creatures. It actually, so if I exile this troll and then later on I put it into play, it is actually the troll. It's just had its power and toughness changed to 1/1. So if they Brazen Borrower the troll that's under my control, it goes back to their hand and they get a troll back in their hand. So something to keep in mind. It also works really well if I have an artifact that I put into play, like a Chaos Defiler that's a 1/1, and then I sack it or it dies for whatever reason, then it's there for me to weld back in. Drawing Mountains. Petty Theft on the Vacuum. Alright. That makes me feel like they're going to try to go off right here, Doom right now, and reanimate. I'm willing to fight through that. That's okay. Draxa. Okay. Archon is honestly way scarier. My constructs are going to be pretty big here. I think I can swing in and kill a Traxa and then exile it with Ghost Vacuum, and then I'll be currently 2 turns away from its ultimate. So I might be getting an Atraxa of my own. Okay, what'd they reveal? They chose Wasteland, Reanimate, Frog, Push. Wasteland, Reanimate, Frog, Push. So they got 4. They're hitting my Soul Land. They're worried about the ultimate on... This also stops me from making more than 1 construct. So, good play. Red Blast is nice. Do I want to save the Red Blast for any reason? Like, right now the plan is to crash in with the Construct token, have them block, kill it, and then let's get Opal. Kill it and then exile it under Ghost Vacuum. I'll try that. I kind of want to save this Red Blast for Frog. Lightning Bolt will not do the trick against Frog. They have so many cards in hand. Okay, they're blocking. I'll let the combat damage happen. I have Vexing Bauble, so this play feels fine. And I will pass. I want to keep holding up Ghost Vacuum throughout their turn. I know they have a Reanimate in hand, but yeah. For this exact reason, I want to hold up Ghost Vacuum. Whichever one they try to reanimate, I will exile. And to be honest, if they go for the troll here, I would let them have it. Because if they have 2 reanimates, I don't want to fall for the bait of trying to exile the troll that's targeted by the first one. Frogs is what it is. I need another Red Blast. I have 6 main. Take the Atraxa. Doesn't do a ton. I'm going to Grindstone myself in the end step and maybe find something that way that I can weld in on the next turn. Okay. What are they targeting? They're targeting Troll. They know I'm going to hit that, and then they're going to just reanimate Psychic Frog. This deck is slightly better at dealing with Frog than Troll. I mean, actually more than slightly. We have 6 main deck Red Blasts and nothing that deals 5 damage by itself. So, is what it is right here. If they reanimate the... Oh! They have an Archon of Cruelty. Yikes. Yeah, we got nothing for that. So I'll lose Welder. So yeah, it was bait, but... yeah. So I need Ensnaring Bridge. Not even Phyrexian Dragon Engine helps me, because I would need to bin the Dragon Engine and then draw land to be able to unearth it. So I'm not going to Grindstone myself. Just no need to give them more information. Pyroblast allows me to live 1 more turn. In the end step, I'll crack this and try to find Ensnaring Bridge. Also, a Soul Land would help me, because then I can activate Ghost Vacuum's ultimate, and I'll have Atraxa. Yeah. Okay, let's draw here. Fable doesn't do it. That does not do it. That's only 5 mana, so I am dead. Bummer. I was excited for Ghost Vacuum in my opener to do a lot of work. They were able to overload it. Karns are coming out. So I have to watch out for Consigned to Memory, Null Rod, Engineered Explosives, and Untimely Malfunction. Hits Wastelands, Animate Deads, Reanimates, Removal Spells. Try that. Go way low on the combo, even though sometimes that's my best way of dealing with a big black creature is Red Blasting it. Maybe I want to, for that reason, try to keep in more painters. Don't really need a Fury, and I don't need that. Okay. I know that this deck also does a juke and really doesn't mess with its graveyard sometimes, and they might really lean away from the graveyard after seeing Ghost Vacuum, so they might take out the 4 Animate Deads, the 4 Entombs, and the 2 big monsters, keeping in 4 Reanimates. But I just don't want to risk it, so I'm going to bring in all the graveyard hate. This hand just doesn't do anything. This hand's good. Turn 1, Bobble, into turn 2, Fable with Blast. It's great. Don't need both Welders. Right now, no sign that I'll even need the first, but yeah. A little bit of a pause there on the Vexing Bobble. So who knows, they have like a Force and a cantrip or something that they were considering pitching, but they decided they'd rather keep that cantrip. Maybe they have surgical too. Painter is going to be nice with that blast or whatever they play, but Fable is such a nice card to just get rolling. Brainstorm in the end step. Roll to cycle these things, those two cards away in the upkeep, or maybe they like one of the cards. I'm just trying to think why they didn't fetch for Undercity Sewers. Maybe the Sewers is in hand as well. Alright, so they redrew one of them. Frog is gonna be toast. Tempted to even bin the Welder, but I'll keep it around. I just clicked it, but it's all good. I honestly am not too hyped on the Welder. See if I can bait out a block here, and then in response to them discarding a card, I will Red Blast. Discarded Daze. They discarded Archon of Cruelty. Okay. So they might just have the reanimation effect right away. I'm just gonna dig for... Oh yeah, I'm gonna let this city die. And I'm gonna go get either Ensnaring Bridge, Phyrexian Dragon Engine, or just Grindstone. Grindstone is the most vulnerable to one piece of removal. Dragon Engine. I just feel like if they saw Grindstone or Ensnaring Bridge in the yard, they would just point their remove at Engineer. Alright, just a frog. Well, maybe there's still a land drop coming. Just a wasteland. That's good. I might still have surgical here. I think I will throw this shaman at the frog. Okay, yeah, they can't even surgical though, so maybe they have Fairy Macabre. And I threw the shaman at the frog because I wanted this treasure token. I wanted to sacrifice the treasure token to pick up this Dragon Engine while leaving Vexing Bauble and Painter in play. I can't play Mox Opal at the moment because of Vexing Bauble, but I can get Painter out. Next turn, try to copy Engineer and then go get a Ensnaring Bridge. Or I can, if this Archon comes out, sack Phyrexian Dragon Engine and then use Goblin Engineer to bring back that Dragon Engine, discarding my hand, which will include Chaos Defiler, and then weld in the Chaos Defiler. That's a decent play. Blue mana in the pool. Okay, Brainstorm. Am I not going to have to deal with this Archon right now? Fine with me. Wow. Animate? I'm kind of ready to just spring this plan, so... Alright, they're jumping the frog, so they're going to dig more. Okay, Red Blast. I'm swing with the Painter and the Dragon Engine. There's no way to win here, like copying Engineer and then going and getting Grindstone. Don't have enough mana. Don't have an artifact in the yard at the moment. I could play Mox Opal actually, let it die, and then weld and engineer things like the Dragon Engine away. Probably the play. Okay. Okay. Mox Opal into the Vexing Bauble, let it get countered. Let's copy the Welder first to make sure this is going to work. Okay, there was a chance the Fatal Push was going to come right then. Grab the Opal. Attacking Dragon Engine. We have one more mana to blast here. Yeah. Then bring back Dragon Engine. I kind of actually want to leave Mox Opal in play. Bring back Dragon Engine. Discard my hand. No lands. Crazy. Neither of the Dragon Engine triggers give me lands, nor the draw steps in between. Wow. Only seen 4 lands in 19 cards. Is what it is. And now I'm holding up Goblin Welder, pulling in Chaos Defiler. Okay, Animate Dead on Archon of Cruelty. I will happily just sack something. Dragon Engine or Engineer here. Engineer. I want to have as many artifacts as I can in play. Discard Bridge, whatever. Because I have to worry about, wait, yeah, oh, okay. Kind of answers that. So I'm swinging for lethal next turn. Yeah, because I was going to copy either or Defiler. I guess that's only 14 damage, but still pretty decisive. Yeah, I'm okay with all this. Yeah, let's get Ghost Vacuum again without them bouncing it and overloading it. Okay, again, turn 1, Vexing Bauble into Fable. Pretty good. I'm not finding my artifact hate. No Red Blast this time. Sorry, by artifact hate I mean I'm not finding my graveyard hate. But yeah, Welder into an Engineer with an artifact. That won't happen until turns 3 and 4. So definitely a little risky. Especially on the draw. I could just get blown out by Archon and Atraxa. This feels like an Entomb. Hate to say it. Consign. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we did not get Entomb reanimated. Amazing. And found Graveyard Hate. Love that. That I wouldn't have been able to cast if Vexing Bauble was in play. I will Red Blast this to protect it if need be. In there. Great. Okay. And now I'm going to place Trade into Daze. Is what it is. Proactive while I can. That's my thought. They are doing a long pause here on the Fable. Fetching in response, so clearing away that Brainstorm. Maybe they're just going to do a Sewers. Yeah, do a Sewers and see what is coming up for them. They liked their next card. Yeah, I was going to say, they consigned the Bauble for a reason, so presumably they had some kind of counter magic. And they did pick up Sewers, so they're trying to spend 2 mana next turn. Wasteland. Definitely a bummer. Another Vexing Bauble. Alright. Big old land. I'm not using it this turn, so I'm actually going to hold on to it. Because I don't want it to die if I find an Urza Saga or a Mountain next turn. They're going slow at the end of my turn and now really pausing in my end step, so is this the Entomb? Ah, Petty Theft. Okay. Petty Theft on Welder isn't that painful. I'd be worried if it was on Tormod's Crypt. That's how they got me in the game they won. Okay, another mountain. So this, yeah, makes me feel better about holding on to the City of Traders. Because it would just be dead now. Yeah, I'd be able to cast Goblin Engineer, but I wouldn't be holding up Red Blast. Yeah, I'm going to let it resolve. I think Lightning Bolt found its target. I might even do the old use my life as a resource and take 3 here. Nah. Just going to bolt it. I'm not too worried about any of their blue spells anyway. That I don't feel like I need to counter any of their blue spells. I just I can kill them later. Okay, Petal would get countered. I think Dragon Engine again is the play. Ooh. Okay. Yes, I mean Dragon Engine is still honestly the play here. Do I want to draw and then weld in killing this? No. Yeah, not gonna sacrifice the bauble just to use this mana and play out Petal. It's not a horrible play, but I like feeling safe against counter magic at the moment. Maybe too cautious. Frog. I almost blasted the Ponder. I'm glad I didn't. They don't have any big beefy. Wow, they just conceded. I was about to say they don't have anything too beefy in the yard, so I was thinking, what am I gonna sacrifice to get this Dragon Engine out? Yeah. Wow. Okay, well we won anyways. Good games. Okay, playing against Learn to Love 6, who I've played before, and I have them as Froginator. I love the turn 1 Ghost Vacuum, but this hand has nothing else going for it, in the sense that it's mana screwed. Obviously good card, but... Hey... I don't want to mold a 5. I don't want both engineers. I'd rather have something that's even more expensive, the Fable, than a second engineer. So, I'm not going to get turn 1 reanimated, as long as we're on Froginator. So I'm going to play out Vexing Bauble, and then next turn play a protected Ghost Vacuum. Hopefully. Maybe they'll be able to counter both. Nope. Okay. Land. Great. Still going to get this Ghost Vacuum out, because even if they could Cycle Troll, get a Swamp, and then reanimate the Troll. So usually blue means you're not going to get, you know, double. There won't be an Entomb reanimate, but it doesn't mean they can't Troll reanimate. Okay, Brainstorm, Fetch, and Ponder. It's a lot of cantrips and very little action, which gets my Doomsday hackles up. So it's nice to have Grindstone here, but need another land. I'm still leaning towards Froginator, but just keeping Doomsday on my mind. Forgot to use Vacuum just to get rid of their sorcery. Ethereum matters. Actually, let's get Painter out there. One more land would mean I win. No plays. I'm still gonna go for the sorceries. Lands and instants are the easiest ones for them. Can't find the lands. What am I worried about? Orcish Bowmaster could ping and double chump block this Painter. That's right. Yeah, just gonna get and pass. Bouncing Ghost Vacuum again. This looks like a situation where I'm gonna get Entomb reanimated because they have Petty Theft. Bummer. Yup. And me with no dang Red Blast for this Atraxa. Okay. 10 cards revealed. Found another Brazen Borrower too. They have an Entomb and reanimate, or they have an Entomb reanimate again back. Unfortunately, they didn't find another land other than Wasteland, so they can't Entomb reanimate this Archon right away. But they also have Force now. This is tough. Yeah, Vexing Ball was still stopping the Force, but yeah, tough spot. But also, I don't see removal in there other than Brazen Borrower. So they might be doing Wasteland Brazen Borrower. And then if I find a land, I can go for the win. Yeah, struggling to find lands so far in this league. I guess game 1 of match 1 I flooded. So no complaints. Okay, they just had the Underground Sea in hand, but they're not Entomb reanimating right now. What'd they keep? They chose Brazen Bower, Ponder, Entomb, Animated, Wasteland. Okay, five insanely good cards. They went to clean up rather than casting anything, so that means they're holding up Brazen Bower, which tells me they don't have other interaction. And I can play out Ghost Vacuum, and to be honest, they're going to want to bounce both Ghost Vacuum, because that stops the Entomb Reanimate play they have. But they also want to bounce Painter. So If I were to mill them right now, they'd bounce Painter in response. Is that a big deal? I'm gonna wait for their end step. I won't have a chance to wait till the end step here. I'm just gonna do it. Make you use your petty theft. Your second petty theft. Yep. It's also especially annoying because I wanted to use Goblin Engineer to get Phyrexian Dragon Engine out. But I don't want to discard Painter. Maybe it's not that big a deal. I need to find Red Blast, and I need to find Ensnaring Bridge. Thoughtseize, okay. Nothing I can do about that. They took Painter. Makes me feel less bad about activating Engineer in the in my upkeep to get back Dragon Engine. I don't think they care about Delirium at all. Grindstone is doing the least for me right now. Red Blast. Found a Red Blast. Still no lands. Okay, I mean, we're only 14 cards in. We found 3 lands, but that's still under rate. Okay, found a Pyroblast for draw. I don't want to take this hit. I was considering letting this go to end step, then killing it. Because I know that if I kill this now, which I am going to, and then they end tomb, if they have 2 reanimate targets, they have sufficient black mana, and they'll be able to overload Ghost Factor. They're hard casting Daze. Ouch. Wait to get around Vex and Bauble. Definitely need a land. Fatal Push the Engineer, not a huge deal. So they don't have any creatures for me to exile. If I was against mana, I'd be exiling my own creatures, so that when I blow up Ghost Vacuum, I can get a lot back, but that's not happening anytime soon. Okay, another land. We got Blue Blast. Okay, okay. Into him. So they might overload Ghost Vacuum here. Archon and Atraxa in the yard. They have 2 reanimate spells. I know they have 1 animate dead. They're revealed it off the Atraxa trigger, but yeah, I won't be able to do anything about it if they have 2 here. Another Wasteland. Alright, 1 animate dead here. Yup. And that's the one that I'm more worried about. Maybe I should have let the one on the tracks resolve. Yeah. Because I had. Dead. Oh, dang. Yeah, I should have let the one on Atraxa resolve. Let them get their 4-5 cards off of Atraxa, and then Ghost Vacuumed the second one and Red Blasted the Atraxa. Dang. It was only game 1. I'm stressing out like that was game 3. I guess I've just been playing Froginator for 4 games now. Bring in the Untimely Malfunction. It hits enough stuff here. Wastelands, push, kind of fatal pushes. Yeah, if I'm really worried about Wasteland, I could do that. Boat's not great. Little worried about Null Rod. Alright, I'm not going to worry about Wasteland. That should be a luxury of a deck that's got 9 basic lands. Is that right? 9? Yeah. Well, I'm ready to take out Fable, but I want to have quick responses to their stuff. One-dimensional hand, but it's safe. Very steady. And they'll eventually bounce this Ensnaring Bridge, probably, and I'll hopefully have some constructs at that point. Pedal first. My constructs are going to be large. Very large. Okay, out of count of Red Blast, I was starting to get concerned. Entomb, reanimate right away. I can deal with an Atraxa. Archon, I'll just have to bridge. Yup. I'm actually going to discard the Mountain, because I like how the Great Furnace is going to be enlarging my... It's going to be embiggening my construct tokens. Like, I'm going to have 6/6s, actually. Okay. Found another Great Furnace. Did I take out the Opal? I asked because I did. Okay, so I can't go get Opal here to be able to cast Ensnaring Bridge, which would mean one of my constructs dies. So I'm actually just gonna not make the construct because it will die anyway. They're not gonna be blocking. Instead, I'm gonna hold up some of this mana for casting Ensnaring Bridge. If I had still had Opal in the deck, I would have been able to make the 3 or make the construct and then have 3 for Ensnaring Bridge. But that's not what's going on here. They're worried about me fixing needling their fetch. All good. What do they have? A brainstorm or a troll for my end step? All good. Yeah, Ghost Vacuum. It's a pretty good card and a stall out. So is Grindstone. It's actually good in conjunction, but there we go. Now they're gonna have to consider bouncing 2 things if they want to get through. Nah, not true. No, I'm gonna save this Red Blast for Petty Theft. Alright, so yeah, they do have control. And they have a Brainstorm. Yeah, Frog, it's not terrible. It's all good. Just gotta keep my hand size small. Yeah, in fact, they're actually going to be able to swing with the Frog with me just having 1 single card in hand. And I tapped wrong. I should have tapped Ancient Tomb so that I don't have to lose this pedal just to blast Dragon Engine again. Actually, I'm gonna let them jump it before I blast it. Just keep on using up the cards in their graveyard. Yep. Alright, it's jumped. They can swing. Digging for Hydro Blast, I guess. But yeah, no cards in hand, so it doesn't matter. And that is a tasty thing to put under Ghost Vacuum. So is Engineer. Okay, another Frog. I have to be careful if I do try to unearth this Phyrexian Dragon Engine anytime soon. I do definitely need to be careful that I don't make my hand large enough that they can just swing under the bridge. Actually, again, I'm going to do the thing where I let them exile. Okay. Successfully blasted the Frog. Gonna put it under Ghost Vacuum. So now they're gonna be scared of Ghost Vacuum, and they are gonna have to respect that as well as wanting. They're gonna want to bounce both of these things basically. Hopefully they don't have Null Rod. Fable's a great draw. Null Rod, or even worse, Energy Flex. That would suck. Definitely annoying against Mirror Breaker. Against Fable. Chapter 2. And Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Okay, bummer. And it's going to be hard to keep those tokens under bridge, but I do have the blockers, so not a huge deal. Okay, am I at the point where I want to start exiling my own creatures? I'm gonna say, like, if I get a soul land off the top, or even any land, I could bust Ghost back in. Alright, I'll get Engineer. Hey. No, I'm not gonna draw. Yeah, I can't attack yet, because I need another card in hand to be able to swing with Shaman and get that treasure token. I could swing with Dragon Engine. Yeah, no, I don't care at this point. I don't care if they swing with these 2/1/1s, just because I have a few cards in my hand. One thing if it's a frog, it's another thing if it's two Bowmasters I can easily block. Down to Tormods, too. Oh, yeah. Oy. It's not the end of the world. I needed to draw, but I have to be worried about my Ancient Tomb getting shut off. They didn't kill my creatures. So yeah, I'll go get a treasure token, that's fine. And I can block this 4/4. The 4/4 won't even be able to swing. All good. Already played a land. Can't play Tormod's Crypt unless I crack the Bauble. They're at the point where they're going to be hard casting Force, so Bauble loses some value. Don't want to draw and take another ping, though. And I have the graveyard fairly under control. Definitely under control, so I'm fine. They don't have a Brazen Borrower on an adventure, so I don't need to get rid of one of these cards from my hand yet. Bobble. That's 6 mana. Do I do Ghost Vacuum? I'd be getting Engineer, 2 Frogs, and a Troll. And Engineer means I win on the following turn. Because I'll put a Grindstone in my yard, play Painter, bring the Grindstone out of the yard, and crack it. Okay, wow, we're doing it. Uncharted territory here. That's funny. And I can discard cards to Frog to get my hand size small if need be. 1/1 Troll. It's hilarious. It's funny though, when I copy these... Yeah, no, it will copy the power and toughness as well. I want to preserve that treasure token so I'm not casting this Vexing Bauble here. Go to 1. We got the Hardcast Force. I named Black. I don't think they have Snuff out, but yeah. I don't have a Blast, so... Hey, what's crazy is these frogs can swing. I could jump both frogs. One would connect and draw. I don't mind doing that. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. Getting low on time. Maybe this is not a good strategy. I'm getting way too low on time. Oh yeah, they already have flying. Okay. Ghost Vacuum gives them flying. They're ghosts. Okay, I'm doing this just to draw. I'm gonna make it really hard on myself to actually win. Trigger on the stack. I'm dead. I blew it. I forgot that the frogs are gonna trigger Bowmaster. Even with the trigger on the stack, yes, I could go grind them. But they're not gonna draw till their draw step. So I punted that game. Ouch. Okay. Yikes. Brutal. Fun to get the ghost vacuum in there, though. Hey, I was probably going to be too hard pressed to win game 3 anyway, because I was going so slow. So I don't feel like I gave away the match, really. Yeah, I had already given it away with slow play. Alright, Caleb Durwood. Fortunately, I'm on the play. His hand doesn't do much. He experiments with a lot of decks. It's just like we have 5 pieces of mana. Bolt is not very relevant, especially against Cloud Post, which I feel like he plays a lot. I know he plays a variety. Pyroblast, also very conditional, so this is a mole. This is better. We have the Welder into Engineer thing, so I'll keep. Don't need Spirit Guide. So even though I'd like to not play out Opal sooner, and because I could sort of do a bluff when I'm casting Engineer next turn, he'll be thinking about whether to kill Welder or not, or thinking about whether to counter Engineer or not. And it'd be nice if I did it with no artifacts in play, but I'm too worried about Vexing Bauble nowadays, so gotta play out the Mox Opal in advance. Basic Urza's Saga Swamp. Thoughtseize. Yikes. He's got pitched so that he could 2 for 1. So he mulled as well. Alright. Dragon Engine. I'm on the cusp of playing, or like unearthing Dragon Engine too. Hopefully Dragon Engine doesn't get reanimated by them. Okay, 1 for 0. Love that. UTB tapped land. That tells me they're either doing Chrome Mox for... They're doing Chrome Mox almost for sure. Although they're doing this March of Wretched thing, so... Maybe not. Saga. And this Opal's not doing anything, so I'm going to get Dragon Engine out right now. I don't need these 2 lands. Got more mana than I need at the moment. Lay out Welder and pass. F6. Necrodominance. Ooh. I'm hoping it's just like a value Necrodominance situation. Maybe Soul Spike. 10 cards. It's a lot of value. A lot of value. I don't really even know what Soul Spike does. You exile 2 black cards from your hand, and then it's a drain 4 that can target players, planeswalkers, or creatures. Any target. Yeah, Soul Spike it is. Soul Spike exile itself. Oh, Necrodominance exiled it. So they've got 2 Soul Spikes. They targeted me. I want a Painter. They pitched a Sholdred. D-Red. She. Discards the 1 ring to hand size. Ominous. They gained a lot of life back. Okay, this is definitely a Vexing Bauble matchup. Stops all that spike shenanigans. Didn't get anything helpful. Just swing with everyone, I guess. Yeah, even this March of Wretched Sorrow allows them to gain life. They can't target players with it, though. Don't like seeing that. Oh. So, yeah, I mean, the Demon Horror Nightmare discount is presumably not that important, but whenever they cast a spell, if the mana spent to cast it was less than the mana value, so like Force of Will or Soul Spike, I lose life equal to the difference. So I lose 5 life for a Force of Will and 6 life for a Soul Spike. Or, sorry, 7 for a Soul Spike. Rough. And I'm going to be losing 2 a turn from She-Old D-Red. 2 life? Oh my god! That's right. Now that She-Old Dread is out, the Necrodominance is a card draw machine. Or a life gain machine. Wow. Soul Spike, that's 11 damage. Wow. And then I'm just dead to my upkeep. Yikes. Ancient Caller Cellar Spawn. Caller would have been a funny name. Can't and flute it. I don't really have good ways to kill a Shieldred. They're just bringing in as many blasts as I can and hoping to get Painter is the way to go. I didn't see artifacts. Right, I don't think I even saw a pedal. Just need Vexing Bauble. The Cellar Spawn, Ancient Cellar Spawn, doesn't care if the spell gets countered, so Soul Spike will still deal 7 damage, but the spike itself will be countered. Keeping in 1 piece of graveyard, nah, I want to be able to kill Cellar Spawn. I hope I'm not gonna look it up right now, but I hope Cellar Spawn doesn't trigger when I cast. Like if I pitch cast this Fury, is I taking 5? Are they taking 5? I don't think anyone is. It's just when they pitch cast stuff. Feels weird to bring in a blast against a non-blue deck, but I've been learning to use or trust blasts more when learning to trust blast more even when it's not a blue deck. This hand's great. Vexing Bauble is what I needed, and I get to do turn 2 Fable or whatever. Gotta kill the Cellar Spawn now. Bolts are gonna be good. Leyline, a little annoying with this engineer here, but if I get a painter, I can Pyroblast. It's probably gonna be there's probably gonna be more important things to Pyroblast at that point, but whatever. Let's see. Okay, there's the Ancient Cellar Spawn, and then the March of the Wretched. That's the other thing that really works well with Ancient Cellar Spawn. And yeah, it only triggers when they cast a spell. And painters. Taking 3. There's a painter. Yes, I will discard 2, even if a Bowmaster slips out right here off of a Dark Writ. Okay. Goblin Engineer sucks. I don't think my first blast is going to go towards Leyline. And I don't... Better. Swing to get this treasure. So yeah, I want the treasure because I want to both Painter, Pyro, and Fable this turn. Definitely have to worry about Snuff Out, which is an amazing play right here. Yikes, if I get snuffed out, that's horrible. Because not only is that 4 damage from the Snuff Out, like, trigger off of the Ancient Cellar Spawn trigger, but it will kill Painter. This will no longer be blue, and then my Pyroblast on the stack will fizzle, which makes me want to get Welder going first, and I'll live one more turn. Ugh, doesn't even work. I was thinking that if I do Snuff Out Painter with my Pyroblast on the stack, I weld it back in, but oh, Snuff Out would get killed. Or countered. Yeah, ugh. Shouldn't have played that Welder. Embarrassing. Tap the Ancient Tomb instead of the City of Traders too. Shouldn't have played the Welder. Doesn't do anything with Leyline out. Yikes. Okay, Engineered Explosives on 1 for the Vexing Bauble. Understood. And the Welder died for no reason. Last turn was real bad. Second Fable's in, finally. 1 turn too late, swinging for 3. Yeah. Gosh. Messing up that last turn is gonna probably be very impactful. Okay, that's a sign of weakness because that card doesn't do anything. It's just gonna block. Okay, found 2 Welders to discard anyway. Found a Blast and a Bolt. Pretty dang good. When a Bolt, the blocker... Even though Bolt's nice to go at their life total when they're trying to Necrodominance, but yeah, all good. I'm gonna try to counter the Necrodominance. Just get in with as much combat damage as I can. Could have copied one of the 2/2 shamans and gotten an extra treasure, but whatever. Plenty of mana right now. Okay. Gotta watch out for Engineered Explosives. Bring in Pithing Needle just for that. I guess so? I already had Flute. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Taking out Fable. On the draw, I just feel like Fable is tiny bit slow. No colored mana, no Vexing Bauble. Colored mana, die to Leyline, but ooh, die to Soul Spike and everything too. I really want that Vexing Bauble. I can't find Vexing Bauble. Fifthing Needle's the biggest maybe, and Engineer dies. Or it just sucks in the face of Leyline of the Void. Okay. So I'm glad I mulliganed that 1 on 6 because it was relying on Welder and Engineer. Okay. Nothing scary from them over there. If I play this Painter and it just dies, then my Pyroblast is wasted, although it is a red card. Yeah. I was thinking of trying to wait one more turn before playing Painter and hoping I top deck a land, but nah. They have the push. Okay. Stone's pretty toast. Pyroblast can at least pitch to Fury. Yeah, they just get to go free here. They only drew 7. And no Soul Spikes. They're going to clean up, they're going to discard 5. I feel like that's like a rule of thumb. They always go up to, they draw as many cards as they want, as long as it just brings them to 10 cards in hand, because they just want to clean up, only discard 5. I don't know. Never mind. Vexing Bauble. Should I just play out the Grindstone so it just gets destroyed by Engineered, whatever? No, I'm not going to. I'd rather have the redraw. Yep, there's the Engineered explode. They only drew 2. Okay. Oh yeah, what have they been discarding? Mountain. Play out Dragon Engine and then not get a redraw off of Bauble just so that I have a clock. Probably better than just sitting around doing nothing, hoping that the Bauble gives me somehow a good redraw. Nah. Good. Engineered Explosives. Chrome Mox. Yep. They do have Snuff Out. There's the Cellar Spawn. Dark Rit. What do we have here? The One Ring. Okay. So I won't be able to swing in this turn. But I can kill the Cellar Spawn if I untap. I will untap. I would assume they gotta be careful with their life total at this point. They drew 10 cards. They went down to 1. They're confident they're gonna get some soul spikeage here. I can't attack them, damage to them next turn because of the One Ring protection trigger. If I miraculously got a bolt. Wow. So that 10 cards they just drew just sucked. Okay, dang. I feel like I got bailed out. That deck is good. It's not amazing in this Vexing Bauble world. They have so many free spells. Or I guess it's just the Soul Spikes and the Chrome Moxes, but yeah. Alright, on the play against Jocelyn. No colored mana. Mulligan. Yeah, good enough. Not played this person before, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, correct. So, I'm either binning Painter. Actually, I think I'm going to bin Mountain. Turn 1 Welder into turn 2 Painter holding up Blast. That's the plan. They kept full 7. Okay, they're Eldrazi. Love that. My Painters are going to be amazing. 2 of them, too. Hopefully a quick match. Or at least a quick game 1. I did go up. Yeah, I went up a Magus in the sideboard today, so that helps. Flashraker, all good. Painter turns that off too. And I don't mind the 2/2. I want to hold up Blast for Kozilek's Command or a land that, like Ancient Tomb. So, no swinging. City of Traders. I kind of want that to just die on its own. Okay, maybe now I will. Nah, let's kill the land. Killing the city. Yeah, you can't Kozilek's command my painter in response because Eldrazi only makes one right now. I mean, you could make two, but you don't have colorless Eldrazi spells to cast, basically. Opponent's saying that they're kind of a beginner, so I can understand why they're missing this interaction. Alright, they're K commanding Welder. Perfectly reasonable. They're a beginner to the deck, they said. Okay, playing out a 2-2, whatever. Definitely this game is not over. Drawing 2 mana sources doesn't really propel the game. Doesn't propel my side of the game. Doesn't propel my game plan. Okay, sir. I feel like that's one of the more innocuous Eldrazi's out there. When it's cast and when it dies, you get a spawn. And the scariest part is the fact that it's a 3/3. Not another land. Not what I want. Do I trade with this repurposer just to stop the attacks? It gives them another... I think I would end up potentially losing both my painters, so not going to do that. I was thinking of double blocking. They would kill one of the painters. Purposer would die, and they'd get another spawn. They have plenty of colorless now, unfortunately. Yeah. Ooh, yikes. So they want to kill both painter servants. Not their next turn, but the following. Another painter. I don't want to just plop it out. Oy. Yeah, if I just plop it out, it gets wrapped up by the blast zone. Okay, that's a 2-drop that gets killed by blast zone. They're also not pumping blast zone. Okay. Double block, Flesh Raker. Painter also nicely turning off the Lord, because the Lord only pumps colorless stuff. Another land, and it's a bad one. Jeez. Whatever. I have to play this. He didn't pump the black. I just need to start blocking better. This is real bad. I'm gonna like triple block something. I don't know. Best they found off that Once Upon a Time was an Ancient Tomb. That's good. Attack. With the big boys. Okay. 3. Oh, didn't kill Painter. Ghost Vacuum doesn't do anything. Grew pretty frustratingly this game. Yeah, all the painters are gonna die next turn, and then he's gonna swing in for lethal. Actually, he won't be able to swing in for lethal because the Lord is gonna get killed. So all he'll have is a 3/3. Oh yeah, the Ancient Tomb was actually very good because it... Oh no, he didn't need the Ancient Tomb. Oh, he blew up the blast zone with 1 counter on it? That's fine. Wow. Strange. Ghost Vacuum just put the Fear of God in him, I guess? I don't know what that was. Them. Gotta remember these Ancient Tombs can tap for green. The One Ring, alright. I wasn't attacking or doing anything for that matter, anyways. Yeah, they're saying that they misclicked on the blast zone. Okay, triple block. Just need a Grindstone off the top. Just need action. Fable. Karn. Okay. Got the triple block. No threats on board at the moment. Another land. Ugh. Hate that. Yikes. Including the Simian Spirit Guide, 7 mana sources to 6 spells. It's not a good ratio. I should start holding on to lands, just obviously to just bluff that I have something, but more importantly, so that if Fable comes around, I have stuff to discard. I have oodles of mana. Alright, I guess. Oh, yeah, no, Thought Not Seer can't take lands anyway, so. Yeah, I should hang on to a land or two. Unless it's Urza Saga. Yeah, Chalice on 1, definitely an issue. Can't do Grindstone anymore. Bridge, amazing. Green. That was great. Because I'm in a situation right now where that's basically my only out. The 4/4 crashing in was going to be rough. So their out is Wastegate Battle Mage. I don't know if they do main deck. The Seiju, I doubt they have a second Blast Zone, but maybe. And the One Ring is going to be ticking away at their life total. Alright, they played another It That Heralds. No Wastegate yet. Ghost Vacuum, again, not that scary, but... oh, they also Wastelanded an Ancient Tomb, but all good. That's alright, Chalice. That's what I get for texting, taking my focus away for a sec. Fortunately, doesn't really do anything. Ghost Vacuum. Yeah, I could get up to 6 mana, but there aren't very impactful creatures in the yard right now. So, pause in my end step. A command, yeah. Okay, for 6. So they're digging deep for this Wastegate. They also apologize for their slow play. It's all good. They're new to the deck. Might work to my advantage. Hate to be the person who takes advantage of that, but just not getting anything else going myself, so. Ensnaring Bridge was huge. Game. Painter making the Ensnaring Bridge a color meant Devour. Could exile it. Because Devour only exiles things that are 1 or more colors. Sideboarding time. Disruptor Flute's pretty weak, but I kind of bring it in just to tax their Kozilek's Command. Or at least I consider it. I might not. Untimely Malfunction, I believe I will be able to misdirect the Kozilek's Command. That's probably just a way better way to approach this. It's kind of nice at killing chalices. Take out the Graveyard 8. Take out Vexing Bauble. It's not worth it just to get a Petal or something. I have Furies. And Karn, one of them. Keeping the blasts that I have. Fables. Keep 1 card. Sometimes the Goblins aren't great because they bring in Leyline. But they also have Kozilek's Command, so. But yeah, I believe the misdirect ability of right here in the middle of Untimely Malfunction will be able to redirect one of the chosen targets of Kozilek's Command. Just swung by a local game store today and picked up a foil and a non-foil of this card. I like it. I've always liked misdirection. I've got misdirection in pre-modern a little bit. So it's just a fun ability. I already got a Wasteland earlier today. Misdirected it back at opposing Grixis Delver players' Volcanic Island. It's good. Hand has too much expensive. Yeah, it has Welder and Engineer, but what I would want to get is Defiler. I don't have any of my hate for Eldrazi here. This is better, but whatever. Wasteland will really slow me down. I'm good, but all good. Hey, no Leyline. No Rod's pretty good. Karn can turn that into a creature and then I could bolt it or something. Fortunately, I have no activated abilities at the moment. Chrome artifacts. Next turn, I'm going to discard Dragon Engine and try to bring it back with Welder. arguably, or should arguably hold up Welder, so that if they end up putting a pedal in their yard, I can weld away Null Rod and then still have Welder available for next turn. But they're on an Ancient Tomb opening, so I'm just going to push damage. I've got a 2/2, a 4/2, basically a 2/2 double strike coming up. So I'm just trying to push. Are there artifacts in my sideboard that I want to get with Karn? Disruptor Flute, probably the only one. Maybe Pithing Needle for the other Eldrazi land. Eye of Uvin. Alex command already coming down. Hidden Welder. Okay. It's a pretty relatively unimpactful use of Kozilek's command. I feel like they're digging for good stuff. They use the scry rather than the ramp. Also, this Null Rod does not affect Dragon Engine when Dragon Engine is in my yard or if it was in my hand or something. Lightning Bolt's solid. In fact, I can do the thing where I turn Null Rod into a creature and then Lightning Bolt if I wanted. I kind of want to save this Simian Spirit Guide for unearthing that. Oh, what am I doing? Thought I was in my second. I'm gonna plus on nothing. If I find a Fury, that'll be nice to cast after plussing Karn on Null Rod. Take out Null Rod, take out a 2/2, take out some Scion tokens, whatever. Yeah, the Ancient Tomb's kind of getting them. I would love it if this is a Thought Knot Seer, and I'll just bolt them in response. Nothing in hand. So unless I get a mountain here, I won't be able to unearth. I don't mind that at all. It means I won't make a construct. Can't use this. Still nothing in my side here about, right? This member is going to be so pricey for them. I was thinking about if I should flute something. Yeah, K command and the other thing. So maybe I just go for constructs. Yeah, I'm actually just going to go for constructs for the time being. Just go after their life total. Forgot to plus. This is definitely something worth needling or whatever. Fluting. Fleshraker's an issue. Yeah. I think I gotta get Painter down next turn. Hey, they're at 4. Yeah, that's nasty. They always have multiple Kozilek's commands disproportionately fast. Always. Literally, I don't think I've ever had a game except for maybe my last match against them. I don't even know what modes they chose. Just the triggers buried it. Oh, Exile Dragon Engine. Or, sorry. All of a sudden, I'm not swinging in. I'm just... Yeah, I'm no longer trying to like swing in aggressively. Or am I? They have chump blockers for days. I can't kill with Grindstone as long as this Null Rod is out. I think I just gotta chump. I can chump with the Shaman. Maybe I just take this one. Eesh. Chump with the Shaman. Grindstone's nice, but I just can't use it. Yeah, and now I really gotta ask this Painter. Yeah, I just can't use these. Yeah, I should have gone Grindstone and then I could have plussed Karn on it. Kozilek's command, or I'm gonna do the thing, get the flute, and then I can cast it and have a bigger creature than theirs. Go ahead and have Dismember. You only have 4 lives, so I'm gonna get flute, and I'm gonna gonna name Kozilek's Command. Because good chance they have the third. Devourer of Destiny, I also have to worry about. They have plenty of mana for that. I'm actually gonna have to name that. I think it's more likely they found Devourer of Destiny than their third Kozilek's Command. Devourer of Destiny. They don't have colored mana for Wastecape Battle Mage. Okay, I have a 5/5. And I hope it's going to be difficult to get rid of this painter. They're trying to do the 2 mana from Eldrazi Temple again. Going to 2 off of Ancient Tomb. Ooh, yeah, pulling that back. Scary. I need my Fury. I need a Bolt. Bolt is ideal. You can use your spawns. I think they're forgetting that they have all those spawns they could just sack. This is Null Rod, not Cursed Totem. Okay, land. Plus on, unless there's a 2-drop in my sideboard that I want to play out, or 1-drop, whatever. Nah. Plus on Flute. Kind of want to keep Karn higher too, so that if some damage starts slipping into it, it sticks around long enough for me to find the Bolt or the Fury for No Rod or the Pyroblast. They have so much mana. Try to bait them. So I can Pyroblast Null Rod now, and then try to get them in their upkeep. Yeah, they didn't do anything right there. Tells me they don't have anything. Okay. Got the game. 8 minutes, 8 to 8, to try to win this game 3. I'm fine with what I've got going on. Maybe want a blast over Karn. Karn just did very little, but I saw Chalices, so keep it in. Untimely Malfunction and Karn the Great Creator are my anti-Chalice cards. Based on the way they were trying to tap there near the end of game 2, I was thinking, oh, are they forgetting that their Scions can be sacked to make colorless mana? They were trying to get colorless mana in the pool. Yeah, maybe they were like realizing the lands didn't work the way they wanted to. And they also realized that the tutor ability on Eye of Ugin wasn't going to work. I don't know. I set up the plan of attacking with Goblin Welders early on, recognizing that they were on Ancient Tomb. Paid off. Okay, bridge. Not a ton else going on, but I've got 4 Maguses and 4 Painters, and 2 Furies and 2 Bolts. Bridge is a really good start. Keep it. I feel like this hand doesn't have a ton of upside. Definitely a strange keep. Yeah, Karn doesn't add a ton. It gets back Bridge if Bridge gets exiled by the Wastecape. All good. I'm fine. I didn't need that Saga. Definitely didn't need that mountain. Okay. Pretty harmless. I don't mind that getting exiled at all. Don't need more lands. Do not need more lands. But that feels like a wasted use of their Wastecape Battle Mage. Okay, they have another one. Karn is gonna actually be good here. But the backup Wasteland hurts. Fortunately, their clock is very slow, and now I'm kind of happy that I've been flooding. Still gonna be a lot of damage before I'm able to get back the Ensnaring Bridge with Karn and then cast it. Phyrexian Dragon Engine should help. Blast Zone's a little scary. Or that. Really do not. Dang, Yavimaya is so annoying. It's not the end of the world. Not that annoying. Okay, they got Ugin. Pretty good. Fleshbreaker. So I want Painter. It'll be interesting to see if they want to attack into this first striker. Irrelevant. Yikes. I guess this Engineer... Ensnaring Bridge, sorry, is going to be just in time, but I don't think my hand will be empty enough. Maybe it will. I hope they make the mistake of attacking Karn here. So, Ensnaring Bridge is not going to be low enough. I needed to early on, like turn 2, when that was the turn, or one of the turns I didn't play anything. Pyroblast, nothing. Yeah, they're going all out at me. Shoot. A Petal or a Simian Spirit Guide allows me to get low enough. Yeah, definitely not getting there now. Dang, GG's. Didn't line up. Playing against a new name that I don't recognize. This hand is... it's alright. Alright. Might be casting a Chaos Defiler down the line. That's a good sign. It's got lands and spells. And constructs. Okay, not playing Froginator. Looks like the Nadu deck, which is kind of a nightmare. It's gonna do Painter next turn. Off of Urza Saga. Yeah. No need to rush out the Painter. I don't have... if I had rushed it out now off the pedal, I wouldn't have a play next turn. And I would be down a pedal, so... Okay, maybe they're not the Nadu deck. They're just like value. I'll bet Uro's in there. Totally could. I don't like all these Urza Sagas. Is an Uro deck? I mean, they're not bad actually. Okay, Metalcraft is turned on. No, it's not. Of course. They only have 2 in hand. Is it a Nadu? Who knows? Not if you do. Okay. No biggie. They will be able to make a construct here. And Tamio making artifacts is interesting. Makes their constructs a little larger. I still feel like I'm going to outsize them. Ooh. Look at Fable going. Next turn, I can play Saga and Defiler. And that's pretty good. Notably, if they are still on Nadu, Chaos Defiler's trigger doesn't target. It's a choose situation. So I'll be able to choose Nadu or whatever without setting off the Nadu trigger. They have coming out of this side. So they have 2 4/4s. Alright, Mox Diamond. Wow. Discarding Crocus. Crocus sounds like Nadu to me. Oh yeah, they have 5/5s. Okay. I'm gonna let Chaos Defiler do some work here. Do I want to do... I'm definitely discarding Ancient Tomb. Saga. Hey. No Metalcraft yet. I'll burn the pedal and assume that I get Metalcraft down the line. And I'm actually going to hit this Mox Diamond because they're so low on mana. If I chump the 2 construct tokens with my 2 creatures, that's alright. Chaos Defiler will die, killing probably their other construct token. Maybe I should have swung. I don't know. Turning on Metalcraft for Mox Opal so this Pyroblast could do something. I didn't go over that line, and I should have. Yeah. Hey, a little bit nervous about taking so much damage, so, yeah. Just gonna block. Even though letting this construct, or this shaman die means I'm going farther away from, Metalcraft. Yeah, tempted to take this out because they are struggling on mana, but I need to stop the threat to my life. That's brutal. Yikes. Fixing Bobble doesn't do much. They're missing though, big time. Surprised they're not focusing on cracking a clue. Get rid of Tamio. Could have held on to it. Sad about discarding that that third saga. Drawing? Did they find a land? No land. Definitely a land. Alright. Can we get the third saga here? Or, sorry, fourth saga. Painter's not bad. Be surprised. Oh, I thought that might get forced. And I'm just gonna swing. Brainstorm, yep, pretty good. Probably gonna find all the lands they've been needing. Saga's pretty good land for them to find. Not another land. No boy. Checks are gonna be sizable too with those clues. Yikes. 6 spells, 11 mana sources. I'm counting the opal and the petal as mana sources. Ghost vacuum is interesting. I can do the chaos defiler thing, which is really good. Copy it. Could be Tamio. Definitely have the mana to pop it too. Oh, they're forcing. Pitching Frog. Bummer. They have been just sitting on a lot of cards, so that makes sense. Not gonna swing and offer a trade with a construct. Nah. Okay, so they are Nadu, and here it comes. Ugh. This game has just been horrible. Concede. Yeah, what was it? What did I say? 6 spells, 11 mana sources. It's not a good ratio. There's another land. Meaningless interaction. Another land. Ouch. Okay, no moping. Here we go. Magus of the Moon. Disruptor Flute and Needle. Bust. And Fury. And Untimely Malfunction. So it's a situation where I take out Painter. They don't really use their graveyard. Take that out. Getting attacked with big things. I feel like that was a rare game plan for them to go to the constructs like that. I kind of want to get that Untimely Malfunction in. Definitely a lot of cards. They also don't have a ton of blue. They have Nadus and Tamios. And Forces, which I would guess they're trimming down on. That Flood was brutal. Take that out. Take out Mox Opal, partly because I'm going down on other small artifacts. Kind of arguable. I feel like they could be attacking my graveyard, so I don't know. I don't do this enough, but I might just trim a couple welders, or a couple of goblins. One of each. No red source and a fragile land at that. This is good. Probably taking out the opal, probably not getting the chaos defiler anytime soon. Not casting it, I mean. Graveyard hate. So far, no plan to get... I'm gonna shove this first Magus unprotected, and the second one play Bobble first. So if this gets forced... Okay, we're just in there. And maybe next turn I just start grinding? Wow. Nah, not yet. I kind of want to get this bobble in. No. Let's just get another Magus in. And then Engineer for Painter? Or for Dragon Engine? Painter. Although I could see them having... Ooh. Huh. I could see them having Emrakul or something. I don't know. Something that shuffles the graveyard. I feel like Nadu decks have been doing that recently. I took out Soul Guide Lantern. Ooh, so I have no defense against that. Alright, running back. And I'm keeping Karns in because they stop Shuko. Sand is good. The opening Grindstone keeps doing nothing for me. Sand's definitely not amazing. It's not till turn 3 do I actually have interaction for them, and that could be a bad decision by me to keep this. I like seeing Mox Diamond in a new type of build. Really see. Hold up last. If they play a naked Nadu next turn, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, Shuko. Concerning. I hold up blast for Nadu. I hate playing so scared, but I think I'm going to. Do they have Nadu, Force, and Blue card amongst these 4 cards right here? If they're just going for constructs, this looks bad. Dang, just going for constructs. Interesting. I like their deck a lot. It's like Nadu left the Karakas and Beseju main. The depths combo, it seems. I will say depths does seem better than Nadu, but I don't know. Haywire might pretty good. Unfortunately, I can Untimely Malfunction that. Kind of interesting play, potential play. Nope, didn't get the chance. Yeah. Okay. Lands galore. Thinking about actually potentially holding. No, I can't hold up Untimely Malfunction no matter what. I was thinking about playing Engineer while holding it up, but I can't. Because City of Traders would have to be tapped if I'm trying to hold up one of these reds. And then that mana would burn off. Opponent just gave me a comment, play a Magus now. Not sure what they mean by that. Good or bad? I feel like it would be very mid. With this pressure bearing down on me, strongly about going for the combo. Loam, Saga, Strand, Wasteland. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, I can destroy that. I kind of forgot to think about the fact that Untimely Malfunction kills artifacts. So is Grindstone. Am I getting out of this? Not yet. I mean, getting close. I'm gonna chump. Wait, do I want to chump? Do I have enough mana to Pyroblast or Untimely Malfunction or both? So next turn I'd have 3 mana from the lands in play, 4/5 from Traders, and 6 off of the Goblin Shaman. 1 reserve for an Engineer activation, and 3 for the Grindstone. That leaves 2 mana. I think I block and just go a little slower. Try to win on the next turn. There's Magus. Make a construct, block, and then engineer it away, bringing in Painter. That's the plan. If I get swords or I don't... Oh... There's a wasteland over there. All good. Yeah, there's the wasteland. Okay. So I won't be able to get a pedal off of that. Shadow Spear. Yeah. Still not dead here. Block here. That's the one that has trample. Chump block the non-trampling one with the construct token because I'm going to get to engineer to get back painter. Yes. Blockers chosen like so. So I'm taking 6. Okay, blue. Blue. Dead. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I'm dead. Dang. I have an artifact in the yard that I could weld away, but I'm not gonna get a chance to do that. Kill their saga, chump block, and then I'll function this construct token. But now I don't have. I can't kill the pithing needle anymore with Untimely Malfunction. I need a miracle? I don't even know what the miracle is at this point. I don't have an answer to a humongous construct token anymore. I guess painter. Good games. GG's. Dang. Leaves us with a not amazing. All good. Good to test out Untimely Malfunction. The fact that it cost 2 mana there was tough. I didn't have room to play around with my mana there. So it's a maybe. Alright, good games.